I'm Dane. I am a youth minister. I stopped using Typeform and went to using Corsizio. And for more reviews like this, click below. So I was looking for something to help our group sign up and also do some simple surveys, but mainly just to collect our signups. And we had an issue of needing to them go virtual, and so with going virtual, it was easier to go with something like Typeform, Corsizio, because of the way that they connected your audience from anywhere they needed to be to what you were trying to communicate to them. And so for us, it was events and activities to connect them to getting signed up so that we could get those things going on. The best thing about Corsizio really is that it has a really professional platform base that allows people to see lots of what you have coming up, not just one thing, but it can show you if you have things coming up 3 times in the next month. It'll show all of them, so it allows your clients or the people you're working with to really see what's coming down the pipeline and connect with that. When you click in, then it provides space not only for information about location, time, and dates and things like that, but for detailed information about your event or activity that you have going on. It's quite customizable and allows you to use language that you're comfortable using, and provides, I think, 4 or 5 different uses of language that you talk about, whether that's tickets or registration or whatever it may be. So it provides you good structure, but at the same time gives you flexibility to use it as you need it for your setting. What I liked best about Typeform was that it was really easy to utilize and to form it for whatever you needed it for. It helped people to kind of move from one thing to the next with real simplistic avenues of navigation. And so it was really easy for somebody to read something, click to the next thing, read something, click to the next thing, and then get signed up for something, or to pivot them to somewhere else if they weren't getting signed up for that event. So it allowed us a lot of flexibility. You can do surveys off of them. You can do all sorts of things that that you want to engage with your people. And so I really like that Typeform allowed you just an enormous amount of flexibility to do really whatever you wanted and however you wanted it, and to really embed it into something that you already had set up. So getting started with each of these is a little bit different. Getting started with Typeform is pretty just plug and play. You're just dragging things over, customizing the language that you want, seeing how you want it to flow, and that's really it with Typeform. So really simplistic, really easy, really user friendly. The interface is really nice. Corsizio had a little bit of a learning curve because it has a little bit more of structure to it. It allows you to do a lot of customizing, but you have to kind of get that set up and structured the way you want it. And so it takes a little bit longer to get started with Corsizio, but it has a lot of great ways that you can navigate and use the language that you want and set up how you want for whether it's registration or event sign up or whatever. So that it had a little bit more involved for the learning curve, but still not hard, fairly easy. Took a little bit more time, but still really good. So when looking for a software like Corsizio or Typeform, the most important things that I'm looking for is really how is it communicating to my audience, and what is it sharing that that I want to be sent out to everybody, and is that clear and concise in a really nice way of doing it. And so you have to kind of decide for yourself, what do you want to communicate and how do you want to communicate it, and what are the most important pieces of doing that. For me, it was nice because I could personalize with Corsizio, and then and use the structure that it gave me to have a nice presentation on their website that allows it to have its own personalized web page for that event. And it was just what our people needed. And if you may need something for Typeform that allows some flexibility and some fluidity, and that might be really nice for you. But for us, it was kind of what was it looking like and how was it sharing that effectively. And we for us it was Corsizio and how it was able to just portray a really nice, clean cut, professional look and have that designated page for that event. So you got to kind of know what you're looking for, and for us, it was that presentation and communication.